Belinda and HarperAudio Australia present this unabridged recording of
The Lady's Road Guide to Utter Ruin, written by Alison Goodman and read by Kristin Atherton. For all the women out there whose ideas and opinions have been talked over, interrupted, denigrated, or dismissed. Ladies, it is time to roar. The Trouble with Brothers. Chapter 1. The gentleman riding on the bridleway in front of me had not noticed his horse was lame. The grey mare's head bobbed excessively, and her gait was short and choppy on the compacted sand of Rotten Row. Clear signs of distress. It was no wonder the man jerked upon the reins, and his seat was deplorable. "I think we must intervene," I said to Leonardo, leaning forward in my side saddle to stroke his chestnut neck. "Otherwise he may ruin her." My hunter tossed his head as if in agreement. A whimsical notion, perhaps, but I have always held that horses are creatures of great sympathy. "Thomas, I am riding ahead," I called to my groom, who followed at a discreet distance on his own mount. "Aye, my lady," he answered. I shifted my weight in the side saddle and gently urged Leonardo into a trot, the sound of his hooves' dull thuds upon the damp ground. The dawn light had broken through the dense autumn fog, and the trees and paths of Hyde Park were finally visible around us. Most of the other riders on the bridleway were grooms exercising their high-bred charges. Only a few members of the bon ton, including myself and the two men ahead, were flouting the royal order that allowed grooms, and only grooms, to gallop upon Rotten Row at daybreak. Since anything above a trot was forbidden at all other times, it was worth the early start, and slight risk. Although if I rode as badly as Mr. Deplorable, I would not have bothered. "Ho ahead!" I called, my breath misting in front of my mouth. "Stop! Your horse is lame!" I drew Leonardo alongside the two riders and matched their slower pace. I did not know Mr. Deplorable, but I certainly recognized the compact, athletic man mounted on the bay beside him. Lord Milroy. Damn, one of the most contrary men I had ever met. He had a reputation as a Tory kingmaker, always avoiding the forefront of politics, but highly influential nonetheless, and was well known for his view that women had no place in the political sphere, even at the social periphery where we were relegated. Ironically, we came into each other's orbit quite frequently at the Berry Sisters soirees, the heart of informal political discourse, and he and I had clashed twice in the debates. So far, the score was 1-1, but I believed the money was on me to win the next bout. "Lord Milroy, your friend's horse is lame," I said in greeting. "He should dismount before he does any more harm."
"Lady Augusta,"
Milroy said, saluting me with a bare nod, his voice a rumbling baritone of disdain. He liked to dabble in the theatre, imagining himself no doubt another Kemble, and had learned to use his voice to excellent effect.
"So you do not confine your lectures to the debating ring?"
The swords, it seemed, were already drawn. "This is not a lecture, Lord Milroy. It is a fact. The mare is lame." He and his companion reined their mounts to a halt. I did the same, settling more firmly into my saddle. This was not going to be an easy rescue after all.
"We are most fortunate, then, to have your eagle eyes upon the situation,"
Milroy said, casting a droll look at his friend.
"I had heard you liked to ride with the grooms, Lady Augusta. So singular for a lady of your rank. What is the attraction, I wonder?"
I ignored his sly innuendo and the fact that he did not introduce his smirking companion to me as etiquette demanded. "I imagine it is the same as for yourself, Lord Milroy, the chance to gallop. However, your friend should dismount now." My suggestion went unacknowledged. Instead, Milroy surveyed the impressive dimensions of Leonardo.
"Such a large hunter for a woman. One wonders who advised you to purchase such an inappropriate mount."
He touched his forehead under his beaver hat in a theatrical gesture of recall.
"Ah, but of course, you are sadly without the guidance of a husband."
I
Sample complete. Ready to continue?